Hi everyone, this is Miguel Chavez, and I just want to wish everybody a happy Spina Bifida Awareness Month. Right now, you're going to be seeing an interview between Jordan and I that actually took place a few months ago, but I'm glad that we decided until now to release it during the actual Awareness Month. I just want to give a huge thank you to Jordan and all his crew to allowing me the opportunity to share my story with everybody. So I hope you enjoy it, and I hope everyone is safe and healthy through these tough times. Take care.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of our Finding Worth series. Today I'm glad to introduce Miguel Chavez. He's one of the most selfless people I've ever met, and despite his health conditions, everything he touches he excels in.
How's it going, everybody?
Remember to stay 6 feet apart.
And stay safe, y'all.
So Miguel, what have you been up to, and can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm 20 years old. I've been going to Mount Sac these last 2 years and planning to transfer to APU in the fall. I was born with a birth defect called Spina Bifida, and so I'm at a little bit of higher risk of getting this virus or whatever, so I've been kind of home, just chilling. I've been playing a lot of video games, 2K Madden, watching a bunch of Netflix movies. It's different now since we're all home quarantined than a few months ago when we were just out and about, going to school, hanging out with friends. I had actually a football team going, a flag football team that we played every Sunday night in Azusa, so that was pretty fun. But yeah, I'm just hoping everybody continues doing their part, staying home so we could get out of this quicker. For those of you who don't really know what spina bifida is, it's basically just a birth defect that affects my spinal cords. So when I was born, all my spinal cords were like tangled up together, and if the doctors didn't do anything about it, they could essentially rip, and I would never be able to walk again. So they took care of that. But like one of the problems is that every time they did it, like I grew like 3-4 inches. So I didn't help myself at all, because every time I grew, they kept getting tangled. So that's what kind of like limited me a little bit. So yeah.
How does your health condition affect your daily routine?
I have to wear these 2 leg braces to help me walk around, because my lower body is a lot weaker than my upper body, since like the spinal cords don't really let me do very much. It doesn't really affect me. I don't really let anybody like tell me I'm different. That's not the way I was raised. I've always been like looked at it like, oh, I'm just one of the guys, you know. So on a day-to-day basis, it's just the leg braces. I'm kind of slower moving around, and just a little bit of not too much. I've gotten used to it. It's a little bit of back pain, like my back aches a little bit at night, but nothing too crazy.
So going back to the flag football, how did you get involved in the league, and what does it mean to you?
So right after high school, I tried to start up a flag football league, or not a league, a team, since I've been itching to get out there and play a little bit. So I found this league called Undisputed flag football. It's a recreational league in Azusa. And I just got some of the guys that I used to go to high school with, and we all went out there on Sundays and go play. Won a championship first year there. I'm actually the not team captain, but the quarterback, so I have a lot of responsibilities in a sense. It's a lot different than what I used to do back in high school. It's a different atmosphere because I'm actually on the field with the guys instead of just on the sidelines, like cheering them on. So it's been it's a different experience.
You mentioned being on the field, and how much more do you like that aspect than rather being on the sideline doing all the extra work?
So ever since I was little, I've always been driven with sports, you know. I've always been around it. I played whatever I could or whatever the doctor let me. But it's a different experience since I'm not actually doing physical stuff, and I actually have to push myself to do all these things that I'm not usually accustomed to. But either way, as long as I'm part of a team, if it's on the field with my guys or on the sideline, I'm always going to be there 100% with them. And to be honest, it doesn't matter because I'm with the guys and I know I'm part of the team. And I know we have each other's back all the way.
For those of you who don't know how we met, Miggy was the basketball manager when I was in high school, my 1 year at Bishop Amat. And he was just like one of the guys, like, sure he wasn't on the floor all the time with us, but he was doing everything for us. And I just respect him so much because he's just so genuine, always willing to help you. And it doesn't matter where he's at or what he's doing. He'll put you ahead of his own needs. And you always respect someone like that. And I think that's why me and him have such a strong friendship, because we can talk about anything, whether it's basketball, baseball, football, life. Like, you're just easy to be around, and you're very caring and loving around everyone you know. So I think that's the reason I respect you the most.
Yeah, it means a lot to me. Like, I really appreciate it. So when I was a freshman in high school, I was in a PE class, I still remember, and I was just playing football, just messing around, and one of the football coaches actually came up to me after and said that there was an opening for like a sports manager or the team manager, and he said that I wasn't going to be on the field or anything, but I was going to help behind the scenes and with all the film, all the stats and everything. And ever since I was little, I've always wanted to be a part of a team. So once he gave me that opportunity, I didn't even take a second thought, and I accepted. And that opened the door for basketball and baseball. Ever since I was on the team, I always appreciated everybody that welcomed me with open arms. Didn't look at me as a team manager, they looked at me as a teammate. And yeah, this guy right here is one of the main reasons why my senior year was so special and awesome, because that basketball team was so tight, and it's going to be a memory I'm going to remember for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's cool because I think now that we're in college, like, all of us still see each other, we still keep in touch, and I think that's the unique thing about a team is that those relationships and those bonds will always be there. And I feel like it's rare to have something like that, because I've been on teams where there's division, there's separate groups. But when my 1 year at Almont, I tore my ACL, and that was still my favorite year. I only played one game the whole season. That was still my favorite year of high school basketball, just because how close we were with everyone. So how were you able to manage schoolwork and being a manager for 3 sports and being a brother and everything?
It wasn't easy, I'll tell you that. But so I was raised just not knowing what really I had until I was older, because my parents didn't want me to think I had something or I was different than anybody else. So I was always raised that I'm just a normal guy, you know. Mm-hmm. But it was a little difficult, especially when I got older and I got like taller, and when more complications came up, because I've actually been through about like 15 like surgeries and procedures. So I've always like kind of missing school and always missing time a little bit. But I just take it one day at a time and not let a little bit of pain just toss me over or like put me down or whatever. I always, in my mind, is like, just keep going. Everybody has hardships. It's not just me. Just keep going, and I know everything's going to be okay at the end.
Mm-hmm. And going back to that, can you pinpoint a time in your life where you hit a wall or something drastic happened change your perspective on life or force you to work harder?
Yeah, so the summer of when I graduated 8th grade and I was going to go in high school, my freshman year, I actually wasn't doing too well. I had to have one of the surgeries to like detether my spinal cords. And I remember like 8th grade in the beginning, like I was in like the best shape of my life. I was doing things, I was playing basketball, I was doing good in school, and it just, as soon as I graduated, I had to do the surgery. and it just felt like I had to do everything from square one again. Like I literally learned how to walk again, because I had to my lower body wasn't there. I had to do like muscle memory and stuff like that. I'm gonna be honest with you, I was in a pretty dark place. I didn't want to keep going because I did all this hard work to get here, and it just like it got thrown all away. But when I started high school, I actually started 2 months later, like in October, November, and everybody started having friends, and I was just kind of like the new kid. I didn't really know where to go, but thankfully I got the team manager spot open, and I joined, and just people like you and all the teammates I'm so grateful for, because you guys didn't see me as anybody else but a teammate, and I know that you guys got my back and I got yours.
Always, bro.
So for all the people out there, I know I'm not the only one that's going through stuff. I know everybody has different types of hardships, whether it's physical or mental or just at home life. Just don't give up, man. Like, I know everybody has different hardships, but just know everything's going to be okay at the end. I've been through a bunch, and there's a bunch of times where I just want to just give up and just fold, and it might have been not worth it, but I'm thankful for my support group, and just to keep going, all my family, friends, parents, brother, because I don't really like sharing my story, if I'm gonna be honest, because I don't want people to feel bad for me just because I look a different way or I have something. But Jordan hit me up, and I was like, you know what? I knew if I never needed anything, he'd have my back, so I was going to do this interview. So if you ever want to give up or fold or anything like that, just keep going, because I know there's going to be like light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, because, I mean, for me, I look at people like you to help me push through things. Like, for me, when I tore my ACL, like, we were always talking. We had classes, study halls together, and I was like, man, like, look at Miggy. Like, he's just doing whatever he needs to do. He doesn't let anything stop him. He, like, conquers everything that comes in his way. And I was like, wow, I need to be like Miggy at all times. And honestly, whenever I'm going through something, I think of you. So I think of how hard you work, how much you push through things, and you really inspire me to endure through everything that comes my way. So
I really appreciate that.
So Miggy, I got to put those quarterback skills to the test now. So I got to catch some passes from you and run some routes.
Sounds good, man. Let's get it.
Got the gloves on, safety at all times. Got to catch these passes. This man got the Patrick Mahomes arm. Sorry, 49ers fans. Right here. Ready, go! Yes, sir! That boy got dimes! Dude! Thank you guys for tuning in. See you soon.
And thank you for having me, and remember, stay safe and stay home.